I used to date a beauty queen.
I used to date a beauty queen.
Now I love my M16.
Now I love my M16.
Used to date a beauty queen.
I used to date a beauty queen.
Now I love my M16.
Now I love my M16.
Hello, Operation Titan users. This is Colonel Daly, Theater Commander of Troops in Operation Titan, and today we're going to have a campaign/theater update for our unit showcase. This will have all of the gear, weapons, and equipment currently used in Operation Titan. Sit back and enjoy the video. It will be a long one. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we are ready to start our unit showcase. Today we're going to start out with our friends across the pond. We're going to be looking at all of the British equipment that we have available in Operation Titan. We support the standard BAF models that come default with Arma. Everything that comes default in that pack is supported by us. As you see here, we have the Jackal, we have the Warrior, we also have the BTX, BLX models as well. This is the Bulldog, if I'm not mistaken. Little transport kind of personnel carriers. We'll also support the Ridgeback with the full bird cage and the crow's nested mounted gun. We have the Linux or Linux, however British people say it. We have a few different variants of here for this version. We have the ones here with skids for better landing. This one has the dual machine guns on the side. We have one that back there had some support pods on it, I believe looked like some rockets, something of that nature. Then you have this full transport one here with the lights on the side for ground support. Moving on, we have another helicopter for the Brits. This is a big boy, supporting troops inside, machine guns on the outside there. Got another just transport version, and then we have the Typhoon fighter here as well, complete with a British pilot and a massive loadout of ordnance. So with that stated and that said, that is all of the British vehicles that we currently support. Pretty much anything your heart desires. Also, just a note, just because you're a British unit doesn't mean you can only use these vehicles. You can still buy Army and Marine equipment via the Operation Titan war room. The next thing we're going to look at are the troops that we include in Operation Titan. Here we see a desert British guy, kind of, actually I would really call that kind of OCP-ish multicam. Got another guy here. This is basically a section kind of laid out. We have a ghillie suit sniper here with the British sniper rifle. We have a few British Special Forces guys here. You see the pretty detailed model, complete with a British flag holder on the side. And one of these guys actually has the flag. Yeah, there we go. Straight on, mate, or whatever y'all say. Moving on, got another kind of assistant team leader for the Special Forces group. And then moving on, as I said, we have just your standard BAF characters here. That group down there is a SSLX or SSLK group, and this is your standard group. And we also support the desert variant as well. Just wanted to put that in there. Alright, so you might be asking yourself, is that all the British stuff? No, there's actually some British weapons that we're going to be handling later on, but we're going to handle the weapons all at one place together. So now we're going to move on to the American showcase, and then we'll move on to the weapons showcase, so stay tuned. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the U.S. portion of the Operation Titan Update Showcase. It is important to remember that during this showcase, not all of the vehicle and equipment and gear will be examined due to the fact that there is just an overwhelming amount of it. However, it is safe to say that everything that is an ACE, Acre, and the other ACE modules, such as U.S. Navy and whatnot, are included in Operation Titan. This just shows you the add-ons that are additional to the standard features that you see within Arma. That is also to note that the stuff from Arma 2 and Arma 2 Operation Arrowhead are also included in Operation Titan, but will be excluded from the Operation Titan showcase. So sit back and enjoy the vehicles that we have for you on the showcase. We're going to be starting off with the CH-47 Chinook. This is the completely usable CH-47 Chinook. We'll go ahead and step inside. You see here we can close the middle hatch. We can raise and lower the ramp. Very useful vehicle here. We have a Blackhawk, I believe the A Dukes variant, with the no seats, so the crew sits inside here. We have another Blackhawk. This is a Medevac Blackhawk, complete with medical gear inside. And openable doors. Each one of these casualty bunks, I believe, can be filled with a casualty. We have a Navy version of the Blackhawk here. I believe this is the Seahawk. This is an Air Force version, excuse me. We have another UH-60L. Two more UH-60Ls here. Alright, now we'll move on to the ground vehicles, starting with this first Humvee here. This is the EXA Humvee. Next Humvee we have is another EXA Humvee with a armor-plated troop carrier variant. Next we have the gigantic Max Pro, as well as its big brother, the RG31 Max Pro. Very detailed model in comparison. We actually prefer this model here. However, both versions very nice. Moving on, we have a multi-role F-16. Alright, now we'll be moving on to units. We'll be right back. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we have quite a few units for Operation Titan. Starting off, we have a Desert Marpat Marine uniform. Followed up by a Crytek Light version. These are the Crytek camis worn by standard Army units. We have the bulkier Crytek uniform itself. Moving on, we have the mix-matched ACU and woodland camouflage for the U.S. Army. Granted that we operate in both woodland-esque and urban areas, this is a great camouflage, plus it is very nicely textured in detail. Moving on, we have Davies Rangers, always a great unit to have. They look fantastic. Followed by another variant of the Davies Rangers here, this one with ESS goggles. complete with bloused boots. Moving on, we have a light version of a U.S. Army translator from the 75th Ranger Regiment. Next, we have a actual 75th Ranger Regiment soldier. Moving on, we have a female ACU soldier. In case any units have females in them, we can accommodate your females in non-combative roles. Next up, we have a Marine unit here. Believe these will be MARSOC units. And another MARSOC unit. Next up, we have 2 Navy SEALs, 1 team leader, 1 operator. Next up, we have 2 Black Ops soldiers, 1 officer here in the complete blacked out camouflage, followed up by his ever so stealthy private operator. Don't know how that happened, but we don't really recommend this gear, just because it's kind of unrealistic, but it's there. Moving on, we have a Special Forces Desert Operator, followed by a Desert Special Forces Operator with a sniper rifle loadout. Next up, we have a digital multi-cam, followed up by another multi-cam unit. Then we have 2 regular U.S. Army soldiers. This is of note that these are not the default models contained in ARMA. These are extra units here. They do not have blouse boots. Moving on, we have 2 more Navy SEALs of a different variety. This one's sporting a pro helmet. Next up, we have 2 Special Forces operators. Alright, coming up last in line are our PMC mercenary units. We have quite a few of these. And these are just a few of the ones that we have. Alright, and that is the equipment and units for the US side. Now we will be looking at weapons, and boy do we have a few weapons to show you. So let's go ahead and get into that right now. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the final portion of the Operation Titan update. We're going to pull weapons from each one of these boxes, so this might take quite a while. We're not going to pull all of them. We're going to just pull 1 to 2 weapons per box if it requires it, just to, kind of give you guys an update on what exactly we have. Please keep in mind that this is just the additional equipment in Operation Titan. This is not the baseline stuff that comes with the game. This does not include the ace things. This does not include anything that comes with the game. So let's go ahead and start off with this box here. This is going to be a GBL items crate. We do use GBL. You can see all of the things we have here. These are MREs, food, water. We have the biometric scanner, the key cuffs for arresting civilians, and then some of the contraband that you can find around houses and things like that. Moving on to our next box. This is our IAR, or Infantry Assault Rifle. This is a redone version of the Ace, one that comes with Arma. This version is much better. It has the correct fire rate. The Ace version does not. So we are going to go ahead and fire off a few rounds for you, show you the model, and hopefully you guys can see how the IAR can change a firefight. So there you have it. Not the prettiest looking thing in the world, but it has the fire rate that's effective to get fire down range, just like the IAR is designed to do. So we'll go ahead and put this back. And we're on to our next box. Here we have our Remington supply box. This is all Remington assault rifles, excluding a few that are going to be shown later on. We will look at the ACR in this case, and then we'll look at one more. This is the Remington ACR. This shoots a 6.8 cal. This version has a GP, a M320 mounted on the front. Does not feature any special animation for it. This is I believe I stated a 6.8 caliber. We'll check just to be sure. 6.8 caliber, 30 round magazine. It does not have the best sound in the world, but it is a solid assault rifle. Moving on, for all of you Special Forces guys, we have a few Remington sniper rifles. We will check out the MSR. This is a bolt action sniper rifle of the, I believe it is a 338, 338 Lapua Magnum round. Next, we'll be looking at the RSASS. This is a semi-automatic designated marksman weapon. This is a 7.62 caliber rifle, and it packs quite a punch, and it is semi-automatic. Alright, so that will wrap up our Remington box. There is another sniper rifle in here, but we're not going to cover that one. Moving on, we are at the regular ACR box. This contains the regular 5.56 version of the ACR. I prefer this version over the other one. It has a nice sight picture. Sound are also still a little clunky. Alright, moving on into this box, we have the Travor. We're not going to display that weapon. We have a few H&K 416s, 17s. We have an IAR from this pack as well. Not really my favorite model. We also have the Masada, which is a longer variant of the ACR with a different sight picture. Alright, that wraps up this box. We'll move on to this box here. Alright, moving on to our next box, we have the Robert Hammer M14 box. This features a couple different variants of the M14, including the SOCOM, which is the one that we will show today. Also features an M21. Nice powerful rifle there. Moving on, we were at the M4 M16 box. This features all M16s and M4s by Robert Hammer, as well as some 249. You'll see everything from the Seal M4 with a single fire to the regular M16 as we have up there. It also features a bunch of different variants of the M4, including Magpul, RIS, and the M4A1s. Also includes Mark 12s and MK48s. One thing of note is the custom M4s here. Little short range, short dot M4s. Alright, moving on to our next box, we have the M40s. The M40 A1, A3, A5 are all here. Moving on to our next box, we have the Robert Hammer Metal Gear Solid Pack. This includes a couple different rifles, an M14 EBR, a few M4A1 customs with the circle sight in the front. I actually like these rifles quite a bit. A lot of my guys use these. Moving on, they also contain the M60 Pig, a few different variants of the MK14, the MK43, a SCAR pack. This contains SCAR Heavy, SCAR Light, as well as a SCAR AK version that carries a 7.62. So you get the more reliable SCAR platform with the 7.62 caliber that you get when you're picking up the rounds from the enemy. This box also features the XM8, which normally isn't my preferred rifle. However, these XM8s are done pretty good, and they have a nice, good red dot here, as well as a nice, very clean, updated texture, and they sound nice. Not to mention this is a very light assault rifle, weighing in at 4.6 kg. Alright, we'll be moving on to the next box. This is our Robert Hammer MK18 packs. These are MK18s, also containing some MK14s. The MK18 is just a bigger, kind of better version of the M4. However, I do not actually like it. Has a little bit of increased rate of fire, but nothing really that kind of trumps the M4. Maybe you like the sight picture better. Has a few different variants here, but just not for us. Moving on, we have the RH pistol box. We're going to skip this box completely, however it is here containing all your favorite pistols. Moving on, we are going to look at the RH SMG pack. We're going to skip this as well. Special Forces guys, we do have this. If you're into these submachine guns, they are available to you. Moving on to the next box, we are looking at the SAMR box. This contains the SAMR sniper rifle, designated marksman. And that's all it is an M16 with a gigantic fucking scope and a bipod. Excuse my language. Moving on to our next box, we are into the British weapons and equipment. I bet you guys are happy. We are using the blank firing ones for this just because I thought it was cool. But we have all of the British assault rifles here. And you can test fire these and they won't kill anybody. Nice character models. Actually a very good clean rifle. As I said, not my preference, but it's there and they look and sound good. Moving on, we have the L119er A1s, or M4s as real people like to call them. But we have them available here. Alright, moving on to our final box, we have UK, this is supposed to be sniper rifles. We have UK sniper rifles. They're here, trust me. We're not going to re-edit this video, nor this fucking map. This is a long time to make. So, we have all the gear and equipment that you could possibly want. Thank you guys for checking out this update, and we will see you next time we have an update for Operation Titan. This is Commander Daily. We'll see you guys next time. I lived through that. How crazy is that? I'm a G.